Welcome to Fenway Park. The number 45 has been retired forever. In a Red Sox uniform tonight, Pedro Martinez ceremony just wrapping up here at Fenway. And the fans with signs throughout the ballpark, the Dominican flag here throughout the ballpark. And we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Don Orsillo along with Jerry Remy. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. And Jerry, it was everything we thought it would be here tonight.
Yeah, you know, anytime Pedro's in the building, it's going to be special. And it was special every time he pitched. And it was special again tonight. A tremendous ceremony, beautiful ceremony put on tonight here at Fenway Park. And you could tell how appreciative Pedro Martinez was of everything that has happened to him over this past week. So it was, I'm just glad that we had a chance to be here and see it.
And look at some of the ceremony here. Of course, he was here along with teammates and players that played before him. His family here as well. The scout that initially signed him and found him was here as well. The K men and women out there in right field who were prevalent throughout his entire career. And the Alus, of course, coming back, Jesus as well. And some of his former teammates, of course, Kurt Schilling, part of that five-man rotation that never missed a start during the 2004 season. And some of the Red Sox legends, and a surprise here, and Carl Yastrzemski was at the ballpark tonight. Another Hall of Famer. Yaz here tonight.
Yes, sir. It was great to see him come. And, you know, a lot of great names here tonight. But the night was for Pedro Martinez. And a special gift given to him by the Red Sox, of course. The famous big hands that Pedro had. That's why he had that great changeup.
And, of course, David Ortiz presenting the retirement number to him. And a great moment there. Two teammates from 2004 together again. As on the mound is Wade Miley right now, and the Red Sox on the field. So let's check out the visiting Chicago White Sox starting nine. It's brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Leading it off and in center field, Adam Eaton with Tyler Saladino at third base, batting second. Jose Abreu at first. Melky Cabrera in left field in the cleanup spot with Abisael Garcia in right. Giovanni Soto does the catching tonight with Alexei Ramirez at shortstop. Emilio Bonifacio, the DH, bats eighth. And Gordon Beckham at second base, batting ninth for the White Sox. The Red Sox starting pitcher presented by your local New England Audi dealers. Wade Miley on the hill, his 21st start of the year. Comes in at 8-8 with a 4.33 earned run average. 83 strikeouts at 44 walks, and opponents hitting at 257 against Miley. No decision last time out at Houston against the Astros. Did pitch well, though. 6 innings, only giving up 1 run.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are 10th in the American League with 58 errors on the season. Pablo Sandoval will be at third base. Sandon Bogarts, the shortstop. Jamal Weeks at second. And Mike Napoli, the first baseman. Left to right, Hanley Ramirez, Mookie Betts, Alejandro De Aza, and Blake Swihart doing the catching for Miley.
Adam Eaton standing in. And the first pitch of the ball game runs inside for ball one. And we are underway. Adam Eaton, Tyler Saladino, and Jose Abreu work here in the first inning against Wade Miley. In there for strike one. Eaton at 255, 8 home runs, 23 runs batted in for the White Sox center fielder. We saw his explosive speed last night. He was a home run shy of hitting for the cycle. Started the game with a triple, would have had a double and a single later on. Popped up foul off to the left and back out of play. Tonight's umpires are brought to you by Buick. Experience the new Buick lineup during this year's Sign and Drive. See your local Buick dealer today. Doug Eddings behind the plate with Adrian Johnson at first base. Bill Miller at second base, the crew chief, and Toby Basner, the umpire, at third. 2-2 is on the outside corner for strike three, and Eaton pointing to where he thought it was.
It should be doing that.
Umpire's not going to like that at all. He did it a few times, and fortunate Doug Eddings didn't run him.
Yeah, that's a no-no right there when you start pointing to a spot where you think the baseball is and the umpire doesn't. And I'm surprised he didn't run him after that.
Not only once, but twice as he was walking away again.
You give him a one-timer, but a two-timer, I don't know.
He might have had a point, though, looking at the replay. Yes, that is a strike three call. One down here in the inning, and much to the chagrin of Adam Eaton. Saladino takes the 1-0 up and away. 2-0. Third baseman, a couple errors last night defensively, hitting at 286. 2 homers and 6 runs batted in.
Miley coming off back-to-back no decisions. Last time against Houston, 6 innings in that game, only 1 earned run. You see the breakdown, 58% fastballs.
Of course, the outing before that at Los Angeles against the Angels, losing a perfect game bid in the 6th inning, and then eventually the no-hitter in the 7th inning. Carved foul off to the right out of play, and it's a full count. Jose Abreu waiting on deck for the White Sox. That'll skip in for ball 4, and Saladino has a one-out walk here in the 1st inning. Last time out, Miley did walk 5, ended up walking more than he struck out. He struck out 4 in that outing in which he received a no decision. Deals with Jose Abreu with 1 out and 1 on. 292, 15 homers, 53 runs batted in for the former Rookie of the Year. Abreu batting 3rd in this White Sox order, and there's a look at that good move, but back to the bag just safely is Saladino.
It's amazing how many times we see that, even though they know, and everybody knows that he has the great move to first base. He was leaning back toward first and still couldn't decide whether to go back or not.
4 pickoffs this year for Miley. Another bid, and back again is Saladino. Outfield deep end straight away on Abreu. Does have 15 home runs on the year. In there for a strike to Abreu.
Yeah, right now Abreu also on a 7-game hitting streak.
Ten for 27 during that 7-game hitting streak at .333. On deck, Melky Cabrera. Framed by Swihart, but called the ball, and Miley falling behind here 2-1. Strikes out Eaton, walks Saladino, and now falls behind Abreu. Fouled off to the right out of play, 2-2. It's time for tonight's Twisted but True Fact. Last night was only the 2nd time since 1954 that the White Sox had at least 9 extra base hits without a home run in a game. Got to go back to September 4th of 2012 versus Minnesota. Twisted tea is the hard iced tea that tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. On the ground towards deep short. Bogarts up into the air, and the throw is late. As reaching safely at second is Saladino. Abreu will reach at first base.
Yeah, base hit that time for Abreu. There's really no other play. It's the only chance that he had to get an out, and that was at second base. Bogart ranging far to his right. The jump throw to second, but not in time. And Saladino gets there safely before the throw.
So now an 8-game hitting streak for Abreu. 393 along the way, and he's aboard at first. 2 on, 1 out. And it'll bring up Melky Cabrera as the White Sox trying to make some noise here right out of the gate tonight in the 1st inning. And Cabrera takes strike 1.
Like last night, Don. They made some noise early last night.
Very quickly, in fact.
Yeah.
Miley wanted it, but misses 1-1. Tonight's key matchup brought to you by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda. 6-game hitting streak at .462. 2 homers, 10 runs batted in. And a liner to left field. As around from second base comes Saladino. He'll score. Ramirez gathers it. Into second with the RBI double goes Melky Cabrera. And the White Sox strike first on top 1-0.
Well, Melky Cabrera down to the cleanup spot in the lineup. I believe that might have been a changeup that time. A little bit of an off-balance swing by Cabrera. He's out on his front foot, but still hooks it over the head of Sandoval and down into the corner. Saladino, who was hustling to second base to beat that throw from Bogaerts, he scores, and Cabrera picks up his 47th RBI of the season.
Well, 7-gamer now and 481 for Cabrera. Second and third with one out in the inning, a run in. Here is Avisail Garcia, the right fielder. That bounces in at Swihart with a good pick.
Well, the Red Sox already playing the infield in, as you mentioned, Don, here in the first inning with one out. With nobody out, they'd probably be back deep, but with one out, less of a chance for a big inning, so they bring him in, not all the way, but enough to be able to hold that runner, should be a hold that runner at third base.
Garcia fooled on that pitch, kind of changed his mind in the middle of the swing. 271 average coming in with 7 homers and 32 runs batted in. He's got a 309 career average against left-handed pitchers. Chopped over the glove at third of Sandoval and into left field. Abreu will score. Melky Cabrera is stopped at third base, and he wants to draw a throw and does as the White Sox take a 2-0 lead. It's a chopper for Garcia over the head of Sandoval at third base.
Yeah, one big high bounce up over the head of Sandoval down in the left field. Gets on top of the fastball right there, and one big bounce up over the head of Pablo Sandoval, who was playing about even with the bag.
So the White Sox out to the 2-0 advantage. Bogaerts coming in from shortstop. Still only one out here in the first inning. There's Giovanni Soto outscoring opponents 11-0 in the first inning of the last 4 games for Robin Ventura's White Sox, as they check on Garcia, able to get back to the bag.
The kind of figures their offense, which has been stagnant for most of the year, really kind of picked up over the weekend and is carried into the series here against the Red Sox.
Close pitch, called a ball. Miley certainly wanted it, and it's 1-1.
Tried the breaking ball, tried to go back door with it, and just missed the outside corner.
Line to left center field. That's going to get down. A gapper from third comes Cabrera. Avisail Garcia is going to be waved around. Throw from short left is up the line and gets away. So 2 more runs are in, and taking third is Soto as the White Sox take a 4-0 lead in the first inning against Wade Miley.
Is this last night all over again? I mean, this is incredible the way the White Sox have started the last 2 nights. And the crowd chanting Pedro. All the way to the scoreboard. 2 runs come in. Already a 4-0 ball game. And a visit to the mound by Carl Willis.
So it is a double, 2 RBIs for Giovanni Soto, and an error charged to Bogaerts on the throw to the plate. That allows Soto to take third base. So he's now just 90 feet away. It's 4-0 Chicago. Still only 1 out in the inning. You got Alexei Ramirez coming up. Well, tomorrow night, the Red Sox will continue to celebrate Pedro and pay tribute to fans from his native Dominican Republic with his number retirement ceremony spoken in Spanish as part of Viva Dominica Night. All fans will receive a Dominican flag and postcard replicas of Pedro Martinez's Hall of Fame plaque in Spanish. Visit RedSox.com to get your tickets today. Now, Carl Willis is still out there. I'm not sure if Miley's got an injury, but they're allowing him to take a warm-up toss here with the pitching coach standing alongside the home plate umpire Doug Eddings. And Innings is allowing him to take a few here. I'm not sure. There's no trainer.
Yeah, it was Carl Willis who asked the home plate umpire, whether he could take a couple. So obviously something bothering Miley. I don't know if it's a blister he's looking at, but something on his hand right there.
Alexei Ramirez, a batter infield, coming in again, and time called. Ramirez gets it granted. He bats here. Giovanni Soto at third base, and 4 runs already in for the White Sox here in the first inning. There's a strike for Wade Miley. Flared foul off to the right, and it's 0-2. You see the hand there as the ball got away from the catcher Swihart. Now Miley's throw to first base in time. No advance for Soto as he gets Ramirez. It looked like the throw from Bogart's man glanced off that thumb.
Yeah, that's probably what they were talking about. You can see behind home plate backing up. It's an errant throw by Bogarts, and Miley reaches out with his bare hand and gets it off maybe one of his fingers. That's why he was allowed a couple of tosses to make sure that everything was okay.
Soto remains at third with now 2 down in the inning. Here's Emilio Bonifacio. He'll send one foul off to the right out of play.
Diaz are playing him very shallow in right field.
Bonifacio, we've seen certainly quite a bit over the years with several different teams, but more recently the Toronto Blue Jays. 30th pitch of the inning is driven to the left field corner. Soto from third will score. To second base goes Bonifacio, and the White Sox take a 5-0 lead here in the first inning.
And Bonifacio, who did not play last night, wastes no time joining in the offensive fun for the Chicago White Sox. He gets the breaking ball that time and takes it up over the head of Sandoval. See, Sandoval, he knew that a breaking ball was coming because he was taking a couple of steps to his right, and the ball goes directly up over his head.
So the White Sox have the 9th batter of the inning here at the plate in Gordon Beckham, second baseman. Center fielder Mookie Betts over towards right center. Good sized gap out there in left center. Beckham hitting under 200, hitting at 195 coming in. Down the right field line, it'll make its way foul. Let's grab by a fan on the fly.
There's one-handed catch. Accepting high fives now.
Outside, Swihart tried to frame it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's been a 5-run, 5-hit attack right now for the White Sox here in the first inning. Fouled back, still 2-2. Top of the order, Adam Eaton struck out looking to begin this inning. Beckham will pop it up foul, back and out of play.
36 pitches for Miley here in the first inning.
Thought about it, but does not swing on a pitch down and in. The full count now to Beckham. Jeff Samardzija is not even taking the hill yet. He's got himself a 5-0 advantage. Comes into tonight's outing at 7-5. 21st start of the year for Samardzija. Fly ball center field. Mookie Betts going back, still going. He will get to the track and make the catch. It puts an end to the first inning, but a 5-0 lead for the White Sox. Sox as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And Jeff Samardzija on the mound with that 5-0 lead as Mookie Betts stands in. And the first pitch in there for strike one to Betts. Well, the numbers for Jeff Samardzija, starting pitcher, presented by New England Nissan dealers. 21st start of the year, 7-5 with a 3.91 earned run average, 108 Ks, 262 opponent batting average, and this is up top for ball one.
He's been on a nice little run recently. You see his last outing against Cleveland on Thursday. His last 4 outings, he's got a 1.71 ERA. Fastball in the low 90s, slider, and a split-fingered fastball from Samardzija.
There are the numbers you spoke of in his last 4 starts. He's got at least 7 innings and 9 consecutive starts. Out towards left center field, and on the move is Cabrera back onto the track to make the catch in front of the wall. Mookie Betts with a good bid, but he is out number 1 of the first inning. Let's check out the rest of the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by your Eastern Hyundai dealers. Mookie Betts, you just saw the center fielder with Alejandro De Aza in right field. Xander Bogaerts at shortstop. David Ortiz, the DH, with Hanley Ramirez in left field. Pablo Sandoval at third base, bat 6th. Mike Napoli at first base, with Blake Swihart doing the catching. And Jamal Weeks back at second base, batting 9th. John Farrell saying for the game, Brock Holt getting better, but still not ready to go. So Jamal Weeks back at second base for the Red Sox, second straight night. Weeks has gotten the start, and Brock Holt on the bench again tonight.
I'm no surprise there. That looked pretty nasty the other night when he did that, rounding first base.
Ayaza with a hack, down 0-2.
This Sunday night, as he rounds first base right there, started to go to second base, and he just came up lame and has been out of the lineup since that time.
Ayaza moving up in the order, batting second, getting the start in right field. Line the other way, and that'll head towards the left field corner. Diaz headed for second base. Cabrera digs it out. Throw will go to second, but it's a one-out double for Alejandro Diaz.
The White Sox defense is brought to you by DraftKings. They are 12th in the American League with 62 errors in 97 games. Saladino will be at third base. Ramirez the shortstop. Beckham at second. Abreu at first base. Left to right, Cabrera, Eaton, and Garcia. And Giovanni Soto doing the catching for Samaje.
One out. Diaz at second base brings up Xander Bogaerts. .312, 3 homers, and 47 runs batted in for Xander. Snapped a 13-game home hitting streak, going 0 for 5 in the ball game here last night. Still leads Major League Baseball in home batting average, hitting at .387 since May the 6th. And at .390 with runners in scoring position, leading the American League currently. And he has Diaz at second base right now with one down here in the bottom of the first inning. Red Sox trying to answer a 5-run top half of the first. Bogaerts with a swing and a miss, and it evens at 2-2.
So one of the reasons Samaje has gotten better over the last 4 starts, he was getting underneath some pitches in those previous starts, and then started to get on top of his breaking ball a little more, and that's been very effective for him.
White Sox got him from the Oakland A's. Here's a ground ball to first base. Abreu's got a long run, but he'll get there ahead of Bogaerts. Samaje kind of late getting off the mound, and Diaz takes third with 2 down. But follow the Red Sox all season with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Get MLB.com at bat for your smartphone or tablet today. 2 down here in the first inning. Diaz taking third, and here's David Ortiz. .243, 20 homers, and 56 runs batted in for David. There's a pop-up in the infield from third. Saladino makes the catch that ends the inning. Red Sox leave Diaz at third and trail 5-0. Back at Fenway, White Sox have a 5-0 advantage over the Red Sox. Top of the White Sox order, Adam Eaton leading it off. He struck out looking in the first inning. We'll be keeping an eye on Wade Miley's thumb situation as on a errant throw from Xander Bogaerts from shortstop. It appeared that he injured that thumb trying to grab the errant throw with his bare hand as it worked out. And in between innings, Brad Pearson, one of the Red Sox trainers, updating John Farrell and Carl Willis on his status, and appear to be talking about that thumb area. It is on the pitching hand. Lined and caught at first base by Mike Napoli. Eaton lining out for the first out of the second inning.
One more look at the Miley play behind home plate in the first inning when he tries to grab the baseball with his bare hand. And that's what all the conversation is about. Apparently okay, though. Nobody loosening in the Red Sox bullpen. And he is out there to start the second inning.
Tyler Saladino walked and scored in the first inning. His walk is what got it all started for Chicago. He'll go on to get 5 hits and 5 runs. Here's a dribbler. Miley gets out of the way. Swihart's throw is going to be just in time. Nice play by Blake Swihart for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, very nice play by Swihart because Miley looked like he was going to take that. And right at the last minute, Swihart decides to take it and gets the out at first base. You can see Miley there, and then Swihart had slowed down. Then he had to pick up speed again, pick the ball up, and get the throw to Napoli.
2 down here in the second inning brings up Jose Abreu. He shot an infield hit and scored in the first inning. And Pedro Martinez tonight here at Fenway Park for his retirement. The retiring of number 45. And Pedro will be joining us in the third inning here in the booth. The 0-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. Miley coming in individually at 8-8 into tonight's 21st start of the year. Faced 9 White Sox in the first inning and allowed 5 runs. Melky Cabrera's been on fire. Waits on deck here for Chicago. Swing and a miss, and Abreu strikes out. A much better inning for Miley. 5-0 Chicago. Fans, NESN is looking for the best backyard ballparks in New England. Upload a video of your backyard ballpark to NESN.com/ballparks. Enter today, and if you're the winner, Jerry and I will visit your backyard ballpark. Jeff Samardzija with a 5-0 advantage, and this is drilled right back where it came from and into center. And the Ramirez not waiting around, has himself a leadoff single to begin things here in the bottom of the second inning.
Now, Samardzija is a guy that Ramirez has handled very well throughout his career. 421 coming into the game tonight, and takes that first fastball and shoots it up the middle for the base hit.
2 hits now for the Red Sox off Samardzija, and it brings up Pablo Sandoval. 267 homers, 32 runs batted in. Sandoval 3 for 7 in his career against Samardzija, includes a home run. Was facing each other in the National League as Samardzija misses for ball 2, 2-0. Samardzija breaking into the big leagues with the Cubs, a member of the Cubs from 2008 through halfway through 2014. Was going to the Oakland A's briefly and then back to Chicago, but on the American League side of things. Here's a drive to left field. Cabrera looking up, and that ball is gone. Blast to left for Pablo Sandoval. The Red Sox get 2 runs back on the 2-run home run by Pablo Sandoval. 8th home run of the year for Sandoval.
That's the 15th allowed by Samardzija this season. Sandoval going the other way. We haven't really seen him take advantage all that much of the left field wall or above the left field wall. He certainly does this time on an outside fastball.
So the Red Sox getting 2 back. It is now 5-2 White Sox, and here is Mike Napoli. Now for every home run the Red Sox hit the rest of the season, Alltown will donate $500 to the Boston Children's Hospital. Alltown is New England's premier healthier convenience retailer. Pablo Sandoval with his 8th home run of the year. RBIs 33 and 34. As the 1-0 is in there for a strike. 1-1 to Napoli. Mike batting 7th in the order. And Jerry again out there for extra batting practice again early this afternoon for Mike Napoli. That's been a recurring theme.
Been doing that quite a while now, Don. You know, since they put him on a bench for a couple of days and they wanted to give him some time to work some things out with Chili Davis. But out there just about every single day taking extra hitting.
Fouls it off Soto, and it evens at 2-2. 409 in the last 7 games. Really, the second half of the season has been much better for Mike Napoli after a miserable first half. Swing and a miss, and Samardzija strikes him out. First K for Samardzija of the night.
That first strikeout comes on a split-fingered fastball by Samardzija that time. Ball dipping out of the strike zone, and the swing and the miss by Napoli. Here's the split grip. Not a lot of dipping action until right at the end.
So 1 down, base is empty, brings up Blake Swihart. As Hannigan did the catching here last night. Game 1 of the series, and Swihart with a half-hearted swing there. 238 average coming in with a home run, 12 runs batted in. Pedro Martinez will be joining us next inning. 1-1 pitch to Blake Swihart. That's in there for strike 2. Jamal Weeks waits on deck. And Swihart strikes out. So back-to-back Ks now for Samardzija, 2 down.
And both strikeouts coming on the split-fingered fastball. Here he goes again, this time away from the left-handed hitter. And that one had a little bit more movement on it than the one to Napoli. See that rotation of the baseball spinning away from Swihart.
Nick Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. Close pitch, could have gone either way as Jemile Weeks batting out of the 9 spot, 3 for 6 so far in his return to the major leagues. All 3-0. So after back-to-back strikeouts, now falling behind the number 9 man, 3-0. Top of the order, Mookie Betts waiting on deck. Red Sox batting here in the second. There's a strike, 3-1. It's kind of laid it in there. Strike 2.
Soto has a strange way of delivering that ball back to the pitcher, doesn't he? Watch him throw. If we can keep the tape running, he kind of drops on that right knee. It makes the throwback.
In the air to center field. Adam Eaton is out there waiting. And he will put it away. A 2-run home run for Sandoval. It's 5-2 White Sox. Five to 2, White Sox have the lead over the Red Sox as we start the third inning. And leading it off, Melky Cabrera, who has been red hot. Able to get a double in the first inning, drive in a run. Miley, after a very difficult first inning, facing 9 batters, giving up 5 runs. Calmed down to have a 1-2-3 second inning on 11 pitches. As Cabrera fouls that one off himself. Now, last night's game with Joe Kelly working, Red Sox had a Gondo working in the first inning out in the pen as Here's a base hit to open up the third, and Melky Cabrera is now 2 for 2. Hey, Red Sox Nation, start earning rewards for every Dunkin' run. Enroll any DD card online at ddperks.com. Enjoy your free beverage upon enrolling and start earning rewards today. The Red Sox run on Dunkin'. Lead runner on, and he's now got 6 straight multi-hit games, does Melky Cabrera. There's Avisail Garcia, who takes strike 1. A single and an RBI in the first inning. Shoots it foul off to the right, out of play. DraftKings.com is paying out over $300 million this baseball season. DraftKings has given out $34 million to Boston residents alone since the site launched. Get your free entry into a one-day fantasy baseball contest today using promo code NESSN. Swing and a miss. Garcia goes chasing and strikes out. Third K for Miley. Again, Pedro Martinez will be joining us tonight. Right now, meeting with the media here at Fenway Park. Soon after that, he'll be joining us.
As Pedro said in the ceremony, it's his parade and it's going to be on his time.
1 on, 1 out for Giovanni Soto, who takes a pitch down low. Soto, a guy who caught Samardzija with the Cubs at one point, and now together again here with the White Sox. Soto had time in Texas and in Oakland as well before coming here to the White Sox. And with Samardzija, as the pitch will miss, and it is now 3-0.
Tries the change up there on the 2-0 count and just misses a little bit below the strike zone.
Ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk. And there's the second walk given up by Miley tonight. Stay tuned following WB Mason Extra Innings Live for Red Sox Final. If you missed Pedro's retirement ceremony before the game, we will replay the ceremony in its entirety during tonight's post-game show. That's tonight on Red Sox Final, presented by Uno's. 2 on, 1 away here in the third inning. Alexei Ramirez 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swing and a miss for Ramirez. Five runs, 6 hits, no errors for the White Sox. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the Red Sox. Fly ball center field. Mookie Betts going back. Gets himself set, makes the catch, tagging at second, heading for third is Cabrera. The throw cut off, and Cabrera gets to third with now 2 down. Well, tune in August 18th and 19th to NESSN for coverage of the WEEI NESSN Jimmy Fund Telethon, presented by Arbella Insurance Foundation. Arbella Insurance Foundation, here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. 2 outs, 2 on here in the third, and it brings up Emilio Bonifacio. Double to drive in a run in the first inning. Joe's bunt, pulls it back and takes a strike. Bonifacio signing with the White Sox as a free agent. Did that in January this past offseason. Splitting last year between the Cubs and the Braves. Chopped to third. Sandoval's got it, comes down and fires to first for the out that ends the inning. The new Audi A3 today. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Nissan, get the Nissans right of your life for exciting performance and bonus cash. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Toyota's website for deals by Toyota.com. The Kia Sorento. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at Southwest.com. Bottom of the third inning, 5-2, White Sox on top. The top of the Red Sox order. Mookie Betts leading it off. That's flying out to the warning track in left field in the first inning. Second time through now for Samardzija. And a ground ball to third base. Saladino throws out Betts for the first out here at the bottom of the third.
Bonifacio coming out of the box after his last at bat of that inning apparently sprained something on his side. He just dropped to the ground down that first baseline. The trainers had to come out and take a look at him and help him off the field. So apparently pulling a muscle in his back or his side.
Bonifacio DHing in tonight's game. One down here in the inning. And Deaza trying to bunt his way on. How quickly is Soto? The nice play. Good throw to first base. Nice play by Abreu, too. And there are two outs as Deaza tried to bunt his way on.
Yeah, very quick reactions by Soto behind the plate as he scrambles out there very quickly and makes a strong throw to first base. Deaza would have liked to have bunted that a little bit harder than what he actually did. But Soto, the catcher, picking it up before it goes into foul territory.
Two down for Xander Bogaerts. He grounded out to first base in the first inning, 0 for 1. Center field, and Adam Eaton waiting out there. He'll put it away. Below the cap high. 5-2 White Sox. Five-2 White Sox have the lead as Gordon Beckham batting out of the number 9 spot for the White Sox leads it off here against Wade Miley. Beckham flied out to the center fielder Mookie Betts in the first inning, and he'll send it back out that direction again, and Mookie's out there to make the catch for the first out of the inning. By putting people and communities first, Eastern Bank helps make good things happen. Watch how good things are happening to local people at easternbank.com/goodthingshappen. One down here in the fourth inning. Twilight right now here in Boston as Adam Eaton stands in for the third time tonight. The White Sox center fielder 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the first, lined out to first in the second inning. Miley has settled into this outing after a very rocky first inning. Faced 9 batters, 5 scored. Red Sox have gotten 2 back on the board offensively. And since then, Miley has been able to shut down the White Sox offense. He's already thrown 71 pitches. He works here with 1 out in the fourth. And he hits Eaton. So 1 out hit batsman.
Trying to run that fastball back inside on Eaton and tie him up, but instead he gets his hamstring with the fastball.
Third batter that Miley has struck on the year. Here is Tyler Saladino, who will take strike 1. Saladino has walked and a little number in front of the plate. Nice play by Blake Swihart to throw him out last time up. White Sox beginning the day 12.5 games back of the Kansas City Royals, who are atop the American League Central. White Sox 3 games under 500, coming in at 47-50. Disappointing year so far for Robin Ventura, with the Tigers, Twins, and Royals ahead of the White Sox right now in the AL Central.
Boy, the Royals keep getting people, don't they?
Yes, they do. I think Ben Zobrist apparently today. Strike 2.
I think that trade for Johnny Cueto is going to be huge for them, because that was one area where they had having a little bit of difficulty, but boy, they look awfully strong just by that addition right there.
They're not lacking confidence, that is for sure right now. Swinging a foul tip. Held on to for strike 3, and there's the 4th strikeout for Wade Miley, 2 down. There are some of the notable trades late last night. Of course, Troy Tulowitzki going to the Toronto Blue Jays, and Jose Reyes going to the Colorado Rockies. As mentioned, Ben Zobrist joining the Kansas City Royals from the Oakland A's.
Zobrist is a really nice pickup. I mean, a guy that can play all kind of different positions for you. Very versatile. Outfield, infield.
Pretty good weapon to have.
Yeah. He's been a good player. A lot of respect for him, watching him over the years with Tampa Bay.
We also understand that, for a long time now, Jonathan Papelbon's been asking for a trade, and it sounds like he is going to the Nationals. This is to short. Bogarts would go to second for the 4th out that ends the inning. 5-2 White Sox. At Eastern Bank, innovation doesn't just mean making life simpler. It means finding new technology that puts your needs first. See what's new at easternbank.com. Here, your first Eastern Bank. David Ortiz, it's fly ball to center where Adam Eaton is out there to make the catch for the first out here of the fourth inning. And that is now 7 in a row retired by Jeff Samardzija. Get ready for Foxwoods $1 Million Dream Tournament. Hit the slots daily for a chance to be a millionaire by Labor Day. $1 million winner guaranteed. Foxwoods, the official casino and resort of the Boston Red Sox. Visit foxwoods.com to learn more. One out here in the fourth inning for Hanley Ramirez with a ringing single to center field in the second inning. Set the table for Pablo Sandoval, who homered. Now a ground ball down to third base, and Saladino. 2 down in the inning.
Watching Abreu at first base these last couple of nights, he likes to take that throw going behind the back, doesn't he?
Yes, he likes to cross it.
Yeah, he does. A couple of times we've seen him do that now.
And a lot of times it's not really necessary.
No, but he just has a habit of going behind the bag.
Likes to go backwards.
Plays in reverse.
So 2 down here in the fourth inning, and brings up Pablo Sandoval. Mentioned his home run. It was his 8th of the year, an opposite field shot. Up over the mound as Alexei Ramirez. Off balance throw and plenty of time. 5-2 White Sox. The Red Sox would continue the festivities by paying tribute to fans from his native Dominican Republic with his number retirement ceremony spoken in Spanish as part of Viva Dominica Night. All fans receive a Dominican flag and postcard replicas of Martinez's Hall of Fame plaque copy in Spanish. Visit RedSox.com to get your tickets today. And again, we anticipate the arrival of Pedro Martinez here in the booth tonight. And joining us, Melky Cabrera leading it off here for the White Sox, waiting on an 0-2, and it's outside for ball one. Cabrera 2 for 2 in the game, RBI double and a single in this game, and now he'll go the other way into right center field, sending it to all fields, and this one's going to get through back to the track. Betts runs it down, but it is the third hit of the night, second double for Melky Cabrera.
Yeah, his first double in the first inning drove in a run. Then the single in the third on a breaking ball. Now he takes the fastball to the opposite field. Finds that gap between Betts and DeAza and standing at second base with nobody out.
Lead runner on here for Chicago. It is his 7th 3-hit game of the year. Avisail Garcia hacking at the first pitch, fouls it off to the right.
Looked like he was trying to drive that ball hard the other way. Advance Melky Cabrera from second base.
Down 0-2, kind of went lunging after that pitch.
That's a good changeup that time by Miley. 82 miles an hour, down and away off the outside edge.
On the ground right side, Weeks to first base, and with the ground ball to the right side, Cabrera takes third base. Ace Ticket has great deals on the best seats to all Red Sox games, as well as your tickets to Zach Brown and James Taylor at Fenway. Ace also has the best deals on tickets to all New England Patriots games. Visit aceticket.com. Ace Ticket, it's more than a ticket. Melky Cabrera at third base. Garcia retired, and here's Giovanni Soto. Another White Sox batter swinging at that first pitch.
Boy, very aggressive ball club. They don't walk very much. 14th in the league in walks. Very aggressive.
Red Sox infield in all the way around, as it is bounced in, and Swihart does a good job of blocking it. The runner at third.
A key play by Swihart to slide over and get that breaking ball that's going to naturally come back to him once it hits the ground.
Gets away this time, and trying it from third is Cabrera. The throw, the plate will be in time. Thrown out. Well, the White Sox want to challenge this. At least the particulars here is coming in was Cabrera. He thought he got in. And Robin Ventura coming out. We'll see here if they're going to challenge it or not.
Well, take one more look at it. The ball gets by Swihart. Miley does his job by covering the plate. Is it there in time? Look to be. Does he get the tag on him? I believe he did.
And if he didn't, I don't think Cabrera ever touched the plate.
No, it looked like his foot went right over the plate.
They're not going to challenge here, so it is an out. Two to one on the throw out at the plate of Cabrera, and Soto now the count of 2-2. Soto has doubled, walked. His double in the first inning drove in a pair. Payoff pitch. And it is low for ball 4. Check swing. Did he go? No, says Adrian Johnson. And it's a 2-out base on balls. Second time Soto has walked. The third walk allowed tonight by Wade Miley. So 2 down, runner at first, and get another look at that pitch.
No swing right there. And the pitch was down and away.
Alexei Ramirez 0 for 2 in the game. But ahead here in the count, 2-0. Carlos Sanchez, who started at second base last night, waiting on deck. He will bat for Bonifacio, who left the game with a left rib injury. Here's a drive to left field, down the line towards the pole, but foul up into the upper deck. Ramirez out ahead of that bid. I mentioned the rib injury for Bonifacio, and it came on the swing. Left the game listed as day-to-day. They will reevaluate tomorrow. There's a liner out of the reach of Sandoval down to the left field corner. Soto heading for third as Ramirez has trouble getting it out of the corner. It is a double for Alexei Ramirez, and it's second and third down for Chicago with 2 down in the inning.
That's twice Alexei Ramirez hitting the ball hard. First time in foul territory, this time in fair territory as John Farrell heads to the phone. Backhanded attempt by Sandoval at third base. Little bobble out there, as you can see, by Ramirez, but there was going to be second and third anyway. And Kyle Willis making his way out to the mound as activity begins in the Red Sox bullpen.
First time tonight we have seen that activity. And it is Justin Masterson first up for Boston. Last night it was Alexei Agondo. Friday afternoon, join TC, Steve Lyons, Nick Cafardo, and Rob Bradford live on Yawkey Way for our Major League Baseball trade deadline show. Don't miss reactions as moves are made or not made. NESN's trade deadline show begins Friday afternoon at 3. Second and third here for the White Sox with 2 down in the 5th inning. Carlos Sanchez into the game now as the DH, batting for Bonifacio. Bonifacio, before leaving with the rib injury, doubled and grounded out and an RBI. Wade Miley's pitching line brought to you by Ace Tickets. So far 4 2/3, but he's already 97 pitches deep, largely because of a 38 pitch 5-run first inning. All the runs he's allowed to this point coming in the first. Soto at third, Ramirez at second with 2 outs here in the White Sox 5th inning. Back to the mound. Miley's got it. He'll flip to first for the out that ends the inning. 5-2 White Sox. Park. Visit redsox.com/youth sports to learn how your team can receive some great giveaway items. The kids on hand here tonight. 5-2. White Sox have the lead over the Red Sox. Bottom third of the Red Sox order. Mike Napoli, Blake Swihart, Jamal Weeks. Samardzija with a strike. has retired the last 9 Red Sox in a row. Napoli struck out swinging in the second inning. Samardzij's breakdown pitch wise, some pretty quick innings. 3rd and 4th. 5 and 4, 9 pitches to get through 2 innings. Pretty impressive. There's a foul down the right field line, out of play.
The velocity increasing as the game goes on. That last fastball at 96 from Samardzij. He was 92, 93 to start the ball game.
Napoli trying to hold up, did not go, says Adrian Johnson, first base umpire.
Take a look from the side, and no swing by Napoli.
Center field, and Adam Eaton going towards right center now to reel that in. Shop at Jordan's Furniture now and you'll receive a credit that's equal to twice the amount of the mass sales tax. Save 12.5% on your purchase now through August the 14th. Visit Jordans.com for details. 1 out in the 5th inning, and it brings up Blake Swihart. Swihart struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. One of 2 strikeouts in the game for Samardzij. They came back to back, Napoli and Swihart in the 2nd. Saw Ryan Hannigan start in last night's game. It's Swihart tonight. Called a strike right at the top of the zone, apparently. 2-1. Swihart getting confirmation from Doug Eddings.
Take a look at that 2-0 pitch, and just barely at the top of the strike zone. About the same pitch right there, and that one a ball. So maybe it was missed, the previous one, by the home plate umpire Eddings.
Slap foul off to the left and out of play. NESN is proud to support the National Suit Drive in July. When you make a donation of gently used professional clothing at any Men's Warehouse location, you help unemployed men and women look their best as they re-enter the workforce. Learn more at nationalsuitdrive.com. Payoff pitch fouled back by Swihart on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Samardzij. Samardzij looking for his 8th win of the year, coming in at 7-5 with a 3.91 ERA. Fouled off to the left, out of play. And Samardzij, another guy who may find himself somewhere else by Friday. And that was the case for him last year as well.
That would be a good pickup for somebody, I would think, that's in the race. We mentioned pitching very well recently.
To left field, and Cabrera coming in, diving forward to make the catch in the air. Nice play by Melky Cabrera on a sinking line drive to end the inning. I beg your pardon, out number 2. I got really excited there, Jerry. I thought that was.
I thought that ball was going to drop in. I really did. I didn't think Cabrera was going to catch that ball. Sinking line drive, and then Cabrera comes in and goes to the backhand, closes it up, hits the grass, and keeps it in the webbing of the glove, and shows the umpire. Nice play in left field.
Thought for sure that was going to drop. It is out number 2, and here is Jamal Weeks. That's 11 in a row now retired by Samardzij. A little help from Melky Cabrera out there in left. Another high strike call. Weeks doesn't like it. And appears to be up again. Wraps it foul, 1-2. Last Red Sox hit, Pablo Sandoval with his 2-run home run in the second inning. Since then, 11 in a row, retired by the tall right-hander. Weeks gets out of the way, but takes it on the corner for strike 3. It's 5-2 Chicago. (5-2) White Sox have the lead over the Red Sox as Beckham hits a 2-hopper out to Bogarts for the first out here of the 6th inning. Well, tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC and Tim Wakefield preview Viva Dominica night at Fenway and have the latest trade deadline news from across Major League Baseball. Pedro Martinez will join us tonight during the game. One out here in the 6th inning. Pitch 101. Well, Wade Miley working here with 1 out in the 6th inning to Adam Eaton is a strike.
You know that Pedro was known to be late once in a while.
Yes, I remember that. I do recall that on occasion.
On occasion, he would be late, and he's late tonight.
I do recall one time that Jimmy Williams actually did not start him in a game.
That didn't go over very well.
That did not go over well at all. As Pedro a little tardy to the park. This is to center field. And Eaton has got himself a 1-out base hit. Second time he's been on tonight. He got hit by a pitch last time up. Masterson still warming in the Red Sox pen. He's been up since last inning. And again, Miley up over 100 pitches now in his outing. Had to throw 38 first inning pitches and allowed 5 runs in that inning. Threw 107 last time out at Houston. Throw to first, and just back is Eaton.
Well, apparently Napoli must have missed a tag because they certainly had him picked off. Let's take a look. Eaton going the other way. And I think by the time Napoli got that tag on the shoulder, his hand got back. I don't think he was stealing either. He was just getting into his lead.
Torey Lovello finding out whether or not they should challenge this. John Farrell wants to see it, so they're going to take a look. Challenge here for the Red Sox. Whether or not he was picked off at first base.
Let's see. He's leaning the wrong way. There he goes towards second base. Here comes the throw. Where's the tag?
I don't know that he ever did tag him.
Not sure if he got the helmet or not. Only place that I can see that possibly it got him before he got to the bag was the helmet. And I'm not sure if he got the helmet or air. And I have not seen any definitive on the replays.
Call on the field is safe. And again, they have to see enough to overturn it. Adrian Johnson made the call. First base umpire. Here's another look at it. This question, the only question is whether or not he got him on the helmet or not. Yeah. Definitely didn't get him on the back.
It's either the helmet, the tip of the helmet, or it's air, and we'll have to wait and see what the umpires say about it. It's very difficult to see on any of the replays. But that's the only area they could be looking at.
Well, they have decided, and he is back safely, so they do not overturn it. Red Sox lose their challenge. So Eaton's safe at first. Nothing conclusive enough to overturn it. 101st one down here for Chicago, and Tyler Saladino walked in the first, scored, struck out in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth inning. Red Sox infield a double play depth here with one down and a runner at first. There's a liner foul just behind the Red Sox dugout. Saladino fouling it off. He has now started 15 games since being called up from AAA Charlotte back on July the 10th. Mostly at third base. Back to 14 at third base, only one at shortstop so far. Bats with one out and one on. And a swing and a miss as Miley's able to strike him out. That is the second time that Saladino has struck out tonight, and the fifth strikeout for Miley. 2 down. Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings live right after the game. TC and Tim Wakefield to break down tonight's game, and you'll hear from Wade Miley. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason? 2 outs in the sixth with Eaton at first base and Jose Abreu. 1 for 3 in this game. Lifts a fly ball out towards deep right center field. Betts going back onto the track to make the catch, and then goes into the bullpen. In one acrobatic leap up over. Did he drop the baseball in the process?
I thought I saw him go to pick it up.
He climbs out of the bullpen with the ball, and the umpires have not made a ruling yet. They're looking at each other.
What an effort by Mookie Betts. The catch right there. He's got control of the baseball, then goes over the wall.
And the ball comes out.
The ball comes out there. Now the question is, in my mind, does he have control of the baseball long enough? I mean, he's got complete control of it to that point. And then when he spins over the fence and he hits the ground is when the ball comes flying out of the glove.
Impossible for the umpires to make that call from where they are on the field, so this is going to be reviewed by them. Unbelievable bid here by Betts. That he and the baseball go out of the park and the ball comes out of the glove as he leaves the park.
He's got complete control of it right there, and as he jumps until after he hits the ground. He's still got it in there now, and then it comes out. And Mookie Betts is down. Looks like he's hurt.
The way he landed so awkwardly coming over the fence there and reaching back trying to brace himself from the fall. Sai Takahashi working on him here. Umpires taking a long look here. Brady right now watching it over and over again on the center field scoreboard.
Now this is going to be a very interesting ruling because he has control of that ball for a long time.
2 steps. Up and over.
Up and over, and then when he hits the ground, out it comes. And he hurt himself on that play. He's going to definitely be coming out of this ball game.
Very lengthy review. White Sox challenging here. Neither umpire made a call on the play, so I'm not sure the White Sox have. They've announced someplace that they are challenging this. The White Sox are, but there was never a call on the field. Looked at both umpires at the time, Johnson and Miller.
Well, we're finally going to get a call.
Home run. A 2-run home run for Abreu. And the White Sox will take a 7-2 lead as John Farrell heads to the mound. John Farrell will make the pitching change here as the White Sox have taken a 7-2 lead. A valiant effort out there by Betts, but it's a 2-run shot. Mookie Betts as a result of that play, as Rusney Castillo will take over in center field now for the Red Sox. And this call to the bullpen is brought to you by Kia as Justin Masterson into the game. 15th appearance of the year for Masterson, 4-2 with a 5.64 earned run average, 41 strikeouts, 22 walks, and opponents hitting at 287 against Masterson. He takes over for Wade Miley, who ends up going 5 2/3. There's a first pitch strike to Melky Cabrera. So 7 runs on 10 hits. The White Sox off Miley, and here's a liner into right center field. This is going to get down and roll a long way out towards the triangle as Melky Cabrera heads for third base. Throw will not go in that direction. He'll get there without a problem, and Cabrera has his 4th hit of the night.
Home run away from the cycle right now. He's got a single, 2 doubles, and a triple.
He is 15 for his last 26. You talk about being hot.
Another look right there. That ball scorching by Weeks at second base and finds that gap between center field and right field. Goes all the way to the wall. And Cabrera right now on fire at third base.
3 4-hit games on the year now for Cabrera. Avisail Garcia takes the 1-1 inside, and it's 2-1.
Trying to look at the score in the rule book about the catch, Don. And I think the umpires absolutely got this one right. It says in establishing the validity of a catch, the fielder shall hold the ball long enough to prove that he has complete control of the ball and that his release of the ball is voluntary and intentional. If the fielder has made a catch and drops the ball while in the act of making a throw following the catch, the ball shall be adjudged to have been caught. So
7-2 White Sox. And Long Geico will highlight the 1975 Red Sox in honor of their 40th anniversary and their 101st game of the 75 season. Red Sox beat the Brew Crew 7-6. Carlton Fisk 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs for the Red Sox. Marja back on the mound, and a first pitch strike to Rusney Castillo. Castillo checking into the game after Betts leaving after the play in the bullpen. Diving over the wall, lost contact with the ball, picked on the backhand by Saladino. Nice play.
Wow.
And he throws out Castillo. Nice pick.
Talk about quick hands down at third base. Saladino just shows you that. Very quick hands on the backhand.
Working from the ground up.
Very good, Don. There's one thing I taught you. It's work from the ground up. That's probably about it.
13 in a row retired by Samardzija. And here is Alejandro De Aza. Doubled in the first. Little number in front of the plate in the third. Was retired. Giovanni Soto threw him out as he takes a pitch inside. Seven runs, 11 hits. No errors now for the White Sox. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the Red Sox.
Tries a split finger fastball right there. Hasn't had to use that a whole lot since early in the game.
Elevates at 93 and falls behind here. 3-1. The Sox have not had a base runner since the second inning. They bat here with 1 out in the 6th. Piazza fouling it off to the left up into the upper deck. This summer, pump up the fun with Irving Oil. You could win a Ford Escape, a Can-Am Spyder, $5,000 in cash, or other great instant prizes. Visit a participating Irving Oil and IrvingFun.com for details. Fouled back. We'll do it again here. 3-2. Piazza with a double in the first inning. One of only 3 Red Sox hits. Red Sox being out hit tonight by Chicago 11-3. Another foul. Piazza hanging tough. Fouling off some pretty good fastballs.
And that ball up and in on Piazza, and he's still able to foul it off. Count remains 3-2.
Down and in for ball 4, and a good at bat for Piazza. It's time for a game break brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Tom? All right, Tom, thanks very much. And the umpire crew getting it right as Abreu getting credit for a 2-run home run and giving Chicago a 5-run advantage on top 7-2.
Voluntary releasing the ball is the key to that rule.
(1-0) to Xander Bogaerts with 1 out and a runner at first. First to check on Piazza, dives back to the bag. Towards second base, Beckham will go to tag the runner, and that will be the only out he can get. And a stopping running is Piazza. And the tag made, 4 unassisted for the out. Toyo Tires, the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. Whether you're taking your truck off-road, the kids to practice, or your sports car to its limits, there's a Toyo Tire for you. Visit toyotires.com to find a dealer near you. So Bogaerts reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 down in the inning. And it brings up David Ortiz. David 0 for 2 has popped out to third, flied out to center.
See that defense they've set up in the outfield for Ortiz, really pinching him in the middle. As you can see, the right field, the way over toward the Red Sox bullpen, left field, the way over halfway to the scoreboard. So they're giving Ortiz both lines.
Fly ball to right field. Garcia heading over and under to make the catch that ends the inning. We're through 6 from Fenway, 7-2 White Sox. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. That's a high drive to deep left field, and that ball is gone. Giovanni Soto has taken one out of the yard and given the White Sox an 8-2 lead. Took it right out of Fenway Park. 7th home run of the year now for Soto.
Soto jumps on the first pitch. He gets the start tonight behind the plate. Did not play last night. Flowers was behind the plate, and Soto having a big night. He got a double back in the first to drive in a couple.
Now Ramirez retired 6-3 for the first out of the inning.
And now the home run on the fastball from Masterson.
A little bit of damage across the street.
And that's going to be a surprise when they get back to their car after the game.
One down here in the 7th inning as here's Carlos Sanchez, second time tonight. Took over for Emilio Bonifacio, left with a left rib injury. Sanchez grounded back to the mound his first time up. As he takes the strike, it evens at 1-1. Fouled off to the left up into the upper deck. 2-2. Masterson coming into the game in the 6th inning in relief of Wade Miley. Went 5 2/3, 10 hits, 7 runs. Miley walked 3, struck out 5. On the hook right now. Came into the game 8 and 8 individually. And a big first inning tonight for the White Sox, much like last night. They got 4 last night. Tonight they scored 5 times in the first inning. And a swing and a miss that time. Sanchez strikes out. Second strikeout for Masterson. 2 down.
Looked like a changeup that time for Masterson, about 85 miles an hour. Working down and away from Sanchez. It looked more like a sinker grip than a changeup grip, but had the action of a changeup.
Gordon Beckham from the number 9 spot, 0 for 3 in the game. He has flied out to center twice and grounded out to short. On the ground, too short, and Bogarts throws to first in time to get Beckham in to retire the side. 7th inning stretch, 8-2 Chicago. Innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. The pitching line brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers as we play along to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 8-2 now. White Sox have the lead, and the man of the hour and Hall of Famer Pedro Martinez in the house. Pedro, great to see you. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you for having me, guys. It's always a pleasure being here with you.
Back here to Fenway Park, and what does it feel like right now to be here as a Hall of Famer, to be here with your number retired here tonight and do it with these fans in Boston at Fenway Park?
I'll tell you what, it couldn't get any better. It's a time to reflect a lot on the journey, on the different teammates and players and moments that we all went through together. I think it's a great moment to be thankful, and only God knows how fortunate I feel to do this, to share the moment with Boston, to have my number hanging in Boston in that exclusive wall, just like they are hanging on my heart, because that's the same feeling. It's a mutual feeling between the fans in Boston and I.
Pedro, one of the big moments I thought in the ceremony was when they brought out the scout that signed you, and Felipe Alou, who had the courage, I should say, where other people didn't believe, in you to put you in a position to be successful?
Well, it's very emotional for me to talk about those things. But if it wasn't for Avila taking that chance, about giving me one opportunity that I took fully, completely committed to never looking back, I wouldn't be standing, and I was able to express that to him and in his lifetime. Also Felipe for taking a leap of faith with me and saying I believe in what you can do, was so important to me.
Not only was this just for you, and as you pointed out, with so many of them there at the ceremony, this was for the Dominican Republic also. Yeah,
without a doubt, the Dominican Republic feels pretty much the same way I feel. Very grateful, very fortunate to have the opportunity. Yes, it took a long time for us to get the next one, but they got it, and they know, and they want to enjoy it. They have so far, the ones that have been able to be with me, have enjoyed the moment. Everybody, you won't believe how many people were just praying and saying thanks for the opportunity to witness, especially what I did with the Juan Marshall, which was bring him over, hand the flag, and pretty much hold it between the two of us. It was a great view for the Dominican.
This one is to the right side and going to need some margin to cover. He does for the second out of the inning. The ceremony is so touching to watch up here, and I'm sure it had to be for you, certainly, to be back here again. And the K men and women out there that were there so many times for you throughout the years with the Ks, and your hands in gold now that they have put out there.
That is beautiful. It's great to see that those skinny hands got into so much and were able to pull so many things and so many things that made everybody proud. Not only the city of Boston, but every Dominican out there and represent Latin America as well. I never thought in my child days that I would be so meaningful to different nations.
It was amazing to me when I didn't realize it, that you and Marshall, the only two Dominicans in the Hall of Fame. I was stunned when I heard that, and that's going to change because there's a lot of guys coming.
Oh yeah, there are. I think the nearest one is Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah, I
think he's got a legit chance to make it. Adrian Beltre, David playing here in Boston. I think he's going to break the belief that the media, the voters have about the age is not making it, and it's just as shocking to as it was to you, to me, to know that I'm the first pitcher hanging in that exclusive wall.
Exactly.
Right there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I would never think that. I would never guess that.
We will step aside and come back with more with Pedro right after this from Fenway. The eighth inning, it's 8-2 White Sox on top. Hall of Famer Pedro Martinez stopping by. And Pedro, I got to ask you about seeing the other Hall of Famers and being in Cooperstown and getting a look around there and realizing you now are a Hall of Famer. Had to be pretty cool.
You know what? When you see the history of baseball all together, the people that we grew up idolizing, the other members that were so special, watching some of those old guys like Whitey Ford that played in those eras that we weren't even thinking about being born. Actually seeing the cream of baseball, the reason why we are now seen as ball players, it was amazing. I couldn't get enough. And not only that, to honor even more those guys, they did not behave like they were those big shots that they were in the history of the game. They didn't behave like they were Hall of Famers. Instead, they were more like teammates, people that wanted to serve you. Tom Seaver was all day talking to us like we were there forever together. Johnny Bench going and getting a drink for the four of us. It was such a role model example to follow. Now I have a very good idea of what I should do with the future generation that come to my side, because they were quick to let us know how everything was, and it couldn't be more relaxing and more it wasn't more like rejoiceful than we had it.
Well, you kind of touched on it, certainly, about what we have seen from you, too, in spring training, coming to the Red Sox now as an advisor. You seem like you really enjoy instructing and helping others now in the game as well.
Well, and you know what? I've always said it. If you look around, every great player, there's probably a greater person. And I hate it when people compare me outside the game to who I was in the game. And the reason I say that is because you don't know the human being behind the uniform. But when you watch Jeter walking by, and you deal with him as a person, a gentleman. When you see Mariano Rivera, a gentleman. Bernie Williams, a gentleman. You see, the greater the player, the better the person. See Mike Trout. You see Albert Pujols. You see so many, David Ortiz. You see Vladdy Guerrero. And yes, they have greatness, but somehow they have greatness inside too. As human beings, they're really good. And I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm not mistaken. Every one of those great players is a greater human being.
Pedro, I got to ask you, and I have my personal favorite that everybody knows what it is, but do you have a personal favorite game that you pitched in that you thought maybe been the best game that you ever pitched?
You know what? If it's about numbers, yes, I have games that are really impressive. But if it's about feeling, it's got to be the only game I was ever told to pitch and have your teammates lean on your shoulders. It was a game against Kansas City, and I was asked to go at least 7 or 8, so that the whole rest of the staff could rest for a few days, or if not that day. And I went out and gave up 5 in the first inning, and this game is a pretty good example of it. And then I settled down, and I was able to supply my teammates, not the team, not the numbers. It was my teammates with what they needed, which was to go to the 8th inning, and the team ended up with a win as well. So that's the game that really made me feel proud, because I was picking up not the game. I was picking up my teammates.
You talked a great deal about the influence that your brother had too, Ramon, and what that was like. So together, this was really for both of you as well, I would imagine.
Yeah, Ramon feels pretty much the same way. He knows it's a huge reason why I'm here today, and he deserves so much credit. There was a point in my career out of spring training I wanted to quit because I didn't feel like the Dodgers appreciated my numbers in the minor leagues, what I did, the things that I was trying to do to show to them that I was worth it of an opportunity. And Ramon was the one that stopped me right in the front gate. And he said, no, if you were in this and that situation that I was a few years ago, would you have gone back? And 2 big tears came down. And I just said clearly no. He goes, and by the way, you can always play for someone else. Just keep on doing what you're doing. And that was probably the biggest advice ever that a person can get in life.
Well, enjoying Pedro Martinez's night tonight. You look up there now and you see your number up there, which will never be worn again, in a Red Sox uniform. As a fly ball to left field here, Hanley Ramirez is out there in left. The White Sox have added a run, have a 9-2 lead. And that is out number 2 of the inning.
Well, I got to say that, you know, I've said this over and over again. I've never, in my lifetime in baseball, which now covers 40 years professional baseball, have I ever seen anything quite like you come through a baseball field as a pitcher. I saw a lot of great ones. I saw no hitters. I've seen a lot, but I've never seen anybody that had a stretch like you had in the era that you had it in. It was just remarkable.
It certainly looks like even bigger now because of the way we have seen how the game is changing as the level field, you know, is becoming even. I think. You know, my era was a special era, but I never considered it that way. I thought I was committed to doing that. That's what I was supposed to do. I wanted to face the best. I wanted to have the biggest challenge out there. I think that was certainly the biggest challenge. I'm extremely fortunate to have had the opportunity to be part of that era, honor it. And for instance, today, I'm seeing my number retire here. And I couldn't be more fortunate to have the opportunity to get it in Boston in such a unique place.
Pedro Martinez, we like you as always.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the compliments.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. It means a lot to me.
9-2, White Sox have the lead. Cone, it's a whole new ball game. Last of the 8th inning back at Fenway Park, 9-2. The White Sox have the lead over the Red Sox. Samardzija back on the mound again. And Blake Swihart leading it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Fly ball into shallow left as Melky Cabrera underneath makes the catch for the first out here of the 8th inning. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Nissan. Get to Nissan's ride of your life for exciting performance and bonus cash. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. Infinity. Visit your local Boston area Infinity retailer for a test drive today. And by your local New England Ford dealers. One out here in the 8th, and Jemiah Weeks batting for the 3rd time has fly to center, struck out looking. Jerry Samardzija has been very impressive in this game.
Just looking at the pitch total for him, 87 pitches right now in the 8th inning for the White Sox. I mean, that's pretty impressive, and he has been very good with his fastball and his split basically, but a lot of fastballs tonight.
He has not given up a hit since the 2nd inning, as this one is grounded foul. Gave up a double to De Aza in the 1st, then a single to Ramirez in the 2nd, and then the home run by Sandoval.
And as we said, Don, this is the way he's been pitching over his last 4 or 5 outings.
He would go on to retire the next 13 straight for a walk of De Aza. And now back to retiring people, 6 in a row now against the Red Sox. 1-2 pitch outside. A 7-run White Sox lead with Samardzija on the mound here with 1 out in the 8th.
That's funny when you had Pedro on, obviously, and the road to the Hall of Fame. I mean, there were people who doubted that he could be a starting pitcher in the big leagues.
This one is fouled off. It's an interesting point he brought up about Ramon and the fact that you can pitch for other people, and you don't think of that at the time. You just thought at the time, well, the Dodgers don't think I can be a starter. I mean,
exactly.
Not thinking about all the other teams that could think he could be.
Yeah, they thought he was going to be a bullpen guy,
right?
You know, because he was so small. Well, proved everybody wrong. Like I mean, that was the way he went about everything.
On the ground, right side. Beckham slides to his left, takes care of Weeks. 2 down. Tune in to Bruins Summer Face-Off Live tomorrow at 5. Andy Brickley and Billy Jaffe will have a recap of the NHL's 2016 Winter Classic announcement. Bruins Summer Face-Off Live is presented by your local New England Nissan dealers. 2 down in the 8th inning. Rusney Castillo grounded out to third base in the 6th inning, 0 for 1. No pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Alejandro De Aza waiting on deck. Pitch 95 for Samardzija, and that's going to miss. 2-1. Evens up at 2-2. Up in a huge strikeout night for him. 3 strikeouts in the game through the first 7 2/3.
Well, the Red Sox have been pretty aggressive against him in this game tonight because he's been around the plate.
On the ground up the middle and into center field. A base hit for Castillo. First time Rusney's been on tonight.
Second time he's hit the ball hard. It was a very good play at third base. They got him the first time, and this time he goes back up the middle to pick up the base hit. Slider that time. That one, Samardzija got underneath a little bit. Well, it might have been a split. Looked like a split. That just hung up in the zone.
So 2 down, Castillo at first, and here's Alejandro De Aza. Red Sox announcing that Mookie Betts being evaluated for a concussion on the play in the bullpen.
Yeah, we saw the trainer giving him the concussion test on the field, and pretty hard slam he took as he went over that bullpen wall.
A series of tests now that you have to clear in Major League Baseball, as we saw in the last couple of years. This is on the ground to first base. Abreu picks it, and he'll tag the bag to end the inning. We are headed for the 9th at Fenway. It's 9-2 Chicago. in this game tonight. 8 innings, 2 runs. The 2-run home run by Pablo Sandoval. The only blemish as the White Sox starter's been outstanding. Their offense very good. And a tough night tonight for Wade Miley, who lasted 5 2/3, gave up 5 runs in the first, 7 runs total. And since then, coming into the game has been Masterson. He's been in since the 6th inning. He has been touched for 2 of his own runs. Dealing with Giovanni Soto. Soto's had a good game, a double, 2 walks, and last time up a home run off Masterson. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Soto. It's the first walk given up by Masterson in his outing. Let's take a look at the Toyota play of the game, and again, Abreu with a 2-run home run, a great catch by Betts, but Mookie drops the ball after going over the fence and makes contact with the ground, drops the ball. Challenging the play was the White Sox. They win the challenge, a 2-run home run. And being checked out for concussion right now is Mookie Betts.
Now that's the only way they could make a decision on that, right? Because nobody could see it. Players, umpires.
Back past the mound towards short. Bogarts will touch second, fire to first for 2. 6-3 double play, 2 down in the 9th. It's a good thing Masterson didn't get that. As it turned out, he was reaching for it, but it worked out better for him.
Well, it's just a natural reaction by a pitcher. I mean, they know most of the time it's better off to let it go, but when you get a ground ball coming at you, you want to make the play on it. See the ball back to the pitcher, reaches up, and fortunately did not get the ball in his glove. It goes right to Bogarts, and he's able to turn over the double play.
There's Carlos Sanchez, 0 for 2 since coming into the game. He's grounded back to the mound and struck out swinging. Down the right field line, and this will get down. Piazza trying to cut it off, and he grabs it against the wall, but to second base with a 2-out double goes Carlos Sanchez.
Well, Sanchez did not start the game, but finishes it. And finishes his final at bat probably of the game with a double down that right field line. Fastball from Justin Masterson and hooked in the right field.
So 2-out double. Here's Gordon Beckham. Hits it on the ground to Weeks. Slides to his right. Throws out Beckham to end the top of the 9th inning. Red Sox have work to do, trailing 9-2. 9-2. White Sox have the lead over the Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. And Xander Bogaerts leading it off against Jeff Samardzija, trying to go all the way here today. His 100th pitch is in there for strike one. Bogaerts 0 for 3 against Samardzija tonight. Samardzija does have one complete game on the year. There's a liner by the first baseman Abreu into right. And aboard is Xander Bogaerts to begin the bottom of the ninth inning.
Now Bogaerts has become very adept at going to the opposite field. And especially when he's down in the count. Shoots this one right down the first baseline on a ball that's inside. He's very good at getting the hands inside the baseball and getting the barrel of the bat on the ball. And that's how you move pitches like that the other way.
Leadoff single for Xander Bogaerts. David Ortiz climbs in the box, 0 for 3 tonight. Having popped out to third, flied out to center, flied out to right. There is action in the pen for the White Sox. Stan Jennings now just looking on. Samardzija starting this bottom of the ninth inning. Strike two. Elevates at 94 miles an hour. Ortiz fouls it back, and it hangs at 1-2. The season average has been reached. Ways to go to get to the 120 season high. Well, skip in. The umpire actually blocked that. Got by Soto, but kicks off Doug Eddings. No advance at first for Bogaerts. Certainly not going to take a chance down here by 7 runs.
No, that would be more concerning in a one-run ball game, but certainly not with the score the way it is right now.
Two-two pitch. In the dirt, full count. Fifth full count of the night for Samardzija. On the ground, off the glove. Abreu off the glove of Beckham and into right. Bogaerts will go to third on the base hit by David Ortiz, and it's first and third with nobody out.
That's one of the rare times where you see David hit the ball into the shift and eventually get a base hit out of it. Split-fingered fastball that time to Ortiz. You saw the rotation on it, and deflection off the glove, and Beckham can't come up with it. Ortiz picks up the hit into the shift.
First and third, nobody out, and Hanley Ramirez coming up. Hanley with a single back in the second inning. Since then has grounded out and flied out. 1 for 3. Samardzija still throwing hard, 95 miles an hour, even though he missed the mark. Kind of stepping back as he's swinging there, 1-1.
A little slider that time from Samardzija. As I mentioned, we haven't seen a lot of those in the game tonight, but pulls it out of his pocket here for this pitch to Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley down now 1-2.
One more look at that kind of strange throwback to the mound by Soto behind the plate. Very rare. Drops down on that right knee.
Inside out swing and carved foul to the right. Pablo Sandoval, who hit a 2-run home run back in the second inning, the only runs the Red Sox have. Waits on deck with nobody out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Pitch count rising now for Samardzija. Two and two. Foul off to the right, out of play.
And nobody throwing in the bullpen just yet. Pitch count going up. Samardzija does have one complete game this season, but nobody out here in the ninth.
Check swing grounder. It is Samardzija who will knock it down. Run will score. And Hanley will reach at first base. Red Sox now trail by 6. It's 9-3.
Second hit of the ninth for Hanley Ramirez as he taps one down that third base line on the breaking ball. Samardzija trying to barehanded, could not come up with the play, and that will be the night for him.
So the White Sox with a 9-3 lead. Jennings coming into the ball game here for the White Sox. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. The Scion TC. Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. Thank you, New England, for 60 great years. And by your local Subaru dealers. Back at Fenway, White Sox have a 9-3 lead. That's the night for Jeff Samardzija, responsible for the 2 men on, charged with a run in this inning. Sandoval standing in with 2 on, nobody out. Dan Jennings into his 27th game of the year, 1-3 with a 6.37 earned run average, 24 strikeouts, 15 walks. Opponent sitting at 261 against him. Sandoval fouls it back, 1-1. Pablo hit a 2-run home run back in the second inning. His 8th home run of the year. RBIs 33 and 34 on the season. Red Sox jumping out of the gate with 5 runs in the first inning tonight. And right now holding on to a 9-3 lead. Red Sox making some noise here in the bottom of the 9th. 1-1 pitch. Into left field, a base hit. This will load him up. Second hit of the night for Sandoval.
And both hits have gone to the opposite field. The home run into the monster seats that way back in the second inning. This time, the breaking ball reaches out over the plate. A pitch that's probably on the outside of the strike zone, but still Sandoval reaches it and puts it in the left field for the base hit, right up over the glove of Saladino.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Run in for Mike Napoli. Daniel Webb, a right-hander, up now for the White Sox. Strike called, evens the count at 1-1. Napoli has struck out, fly to center, and lined out to the shortstop tonight. All that was against Samardzija. On the ground towards second, could be 2. Beckham to second for 1, on to first. It is 2. Run scores, and it's now 9-4. But a big double play turn there, 2 away in the 9th.
Now Beckham could have done it either way, taken it himself or give it to his shortstop Ramirez to turn it over. He was that close to the second base bag. Decides to feed his shortstop, and 2 big outs for the White Sox. Red Sox do pick up a run.
We'll bring up Blake Swihart. 0 for 3 in the game. He struck out, lined out, flied out. Center fielder Adam Eaton trying to hear from his dugout as to where they want him to play. They're moving over towards left center. He had his hands in the air for a long time out there in center.
Switching around Swihart to the right side for the first time, and not quite sure where to play him as a right-handed hitter.
In there for a strike, 1-1. Samardzija is still responsible for Ramirez, who's now at third base with 2 down. He's now been charged with 4 runs. 1-1 pitch to Swihart. Goes around for strike 2. Samardzija out away from improving to 8-5 on the year. 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Swihart strikes out, and the White Sox win the ball game. They have taken the first 2 of this 4-game series against the Red Sox, and again off to a fast start tonight. They scored 5 times in the first, and they win it 9-4. Samardzija does get his 8th win of the year. Wade Miley dealt the loss. He's now 8-9, and Tom Caron tough to play from behind like the Red Sox did again tonight, down 5-0 after 1.